let's talk about it. Hey there everybody, my name is Splice Knight. Welcome to Reflections. If you haven't been here before, this show is basically taking an idea, concept, or theory and kind of just breaking it down. And today on that chopping block is the Black Flash. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say real quick, welcome to all the new subscribers. We've gained somewhere in and around 50 or so new ones just in the last week, which is mind-blowing for me to see that kind of support and people coming to want to consistently keep watching my videos is really, really like a huge boost to see, and it's awesome to see that kind of faith in our community start to build up. So with all that mushy stuff out of the way, let's get to what you guys are here for, the Savitar wait, no, sorry, that was the other one. The Black Flash theory. Here we go. So today we're talking about the scene I showed you earlier. Jesus! What even was that? Well, if we're still following the same continuity of the New 52 that's been airing, this is actually something that's playing into a separate storyline that I honestly would kill to see adapted from the comics. See what I did there? Yeah, I'd love to see it in the new Flashverse, because, let's be honest, it's no longer the Arrowverse. That show has kind of allowed the Flash to really come up as the main stronghold of the DC TV shows on the CW. Now, that said, well, this probably means that they're going to take the storyline of the Flash becoming the Black Flash, and by Flash, I'm going to specify, in the DC Comics, it is actually DC's Barry Allen, the Flash, that gets turned into the Black Flash. Now, the reason I say this is there's actually a lot of evidence in the episode from last week that really points towards it. Let's take a look at it right now.
I'm gonna save Wally.
How exactly are you going to do that?
I'm going back into the Speed Force.
First of all, you've got the Time Wraiths. And if you remember back to Season 2, what they essentially did for the most part was they were the ones who fixed paradoxes and dealt with time travelers in the Speed Force that basically tried to fuck shit up. And to be honest, if you think of it from the aspect of trying to prevent Thawne from messing up Barry becoming the Flash and therefore creating the Speed Force, I totally get why they exist. Now, that being said, when Barry decides to continually change the timeline, including creating an entirely different timeline known as Flashpoint, I mean, the more important thing is the fact that when people go against this, they've been shown to reap serious consequences. Case in point being Hunter Zolomon from Season 2. So the end of Season 2 is actually a really clever nod to a DC story called Crisis on Infinite Earths. And what that was actually about was the destruction of the multiverse by I believe it was the Anti-Monitor, but in this case it happens to be Hunter Zolomon as Zoom. And basically because of that, that is actually why the Time Wraiths disfigure him and turn him into the Black Flash. Now, that whole idea and concept and everything else is a video for another day. However, today we're going to be focusing on the fact that the Time Wraiths actually use this crazy attack on the multiverse to create their Black Flash. They're essentially their guardian of what needs to be and their Grim Reaper of the Speed Force to kill other speedsters who deserve to die because of different complications, whether it be the fact that your predecessor kills himself via Eddie, or whether or not you really fuck with the timeline like Barry. I swear to God. Anyway, that being said, in the episode Into the Speed Force, we see another Time Wraith when Barry is confronted by Eddie Thawne in the Speed Force. So what he says is you have to outrun this Time Wraith, basically.
But you're gonna have to outrun that thing first.
Now, the main thing is he doesn't. Like, if you watch the clip, he runs for a while, but the Time Wraith comes in front of him, and he, I guess, tries to phase through it, but it clearly had some kind of an effect on him, which you'll notice in this clip. What that, I think, really is trying to harken back to is the comic where, in the DC comic with the Black Flash, what actually ends up happening is the Reverse Flash is the one who manipulates the Speed Force in Barry to essentially make him into the Black Flash and the Grim Reaper of speedsters. The next thing that you have to take awareness of is the fact that he actually tussles with the current Black Flash as Hunter Zolomon.
Hunter Zolomon.
Now, he admits that he's Hunter Zolomon and that he kind of fucked him over. That said, he's actually fighting him, he's tumbling for a while. There are a couple things to take note of in this scene. First is, when he's fighting him, he isn't really able to overcome the Black Flash at first. And it's to the point where he's being watched as the Black Flash is choking him out. And actually, he slowly starts to see his skin kind of corrode, turn black, essentially start to look like the Black Flash. Which is really interesting because right after that happens, as Barry is struggling, he taps onto the Black Flash, specifically right on the lightning bolt symbol, and suddenly there's a bunch of light crackling and crazy effects, and he's destroyed the current Black Flash. There is no more Black Flash right now. Now, in the comics, when he has his time as the Black Flash, Barry does actually kill a few different speedsters. He's actually called the Black Racer, but the speedsters that he kills are as follows: Jesse Quick, Wally West, and one of the more notable ones that I would mention specifically for this video is he actually kills Savitar in the comics. Now, I think this is really relevant because they happen to have Savitar coming back. Now, in the comic book, it's Barry's coming out of the Speed Force after having died. In the canon of the comics, he had died, and he'd come right out of the Speed Force, getting his Black Flash abilities from the Speed Force, essentially. And what that basically kind of mirrors is Into the Speed Force, where he has to tussle with the Black Flash. He ends up exhibiting similar abilities to what is shown in the comics of the Black Flash as the Black Racer. And then he takes Wally, which you can use as a counterpoint, actually. He is able to touch both Wally and Flash from Jay Garrick without destroying them. However, the thing to note is they are actually still part of the Speed Force at that point. And given the fact that when you die as a speedster, you essentially become part of the Speed Force, you merge with it, I don't think it would have affected him. However, when he's leaving the Speed Force, you never see him actually touch Wally or any of the other speedsters. So far, we haven't got any counter evidence to say that he's not the Black Flash. What we have got evidence of is the fact that he is basically following the same kind of storyline as was demonstrated in the comics, which is so cool. That's just my theory, my thoughts, that's what I think. I think he's definitely going to end up being the Black Flash for a little bit before he gets his whole situation fixed. Now, that said, I think that would be an awesome way to turn things around, but who knows? The guys who write at CW Flash, you've got mysterious ways, but I look forward to seeing what you guys have got. Anyway, guys, if you guys have got your own crazy theories as to the Flash, Black Flash, do you think it's just a little teaser or wink to the audience saying, oh hey, remember this from the comics, or something to that effect? Let me know down in the comments down below. And if you like this video, hit a like. Also subscribe if you like this video. Share it with your friends. Let them know the good news, or bad news, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Barry is the Black Flash. Anywho, that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want more content, I have a Facebook page that I update very regularly. Twitter, which you can see me basically just shitpost and post some stuff about science and other things, as well as obviously Flash and the CW network. And you guys can tweet at me and tell me what your thoughts are, or you, as I said before, you can comment down below. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I also have an Instagram. I should have mentioned that earlier. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. And yeah, Splice Night out. Jesus! What the hell even was that? Well, if we're actually following the same idea... Okay. And that's my phone going off. Oh, Jazza uploaded a new video. Anyway.